ज्ञानञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। मैं घोरा था ठंडा पानी है। वल्लभी वदनाम उन्मानिते शाने नमः प्रणतपालाय श्री कृष्णाय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्णं श्री घनश्यामं पूर्णानंद कलेवरं द्विविधं सर्वदेवेशं राधालिंगिता विग्रहं महाभाव स्वरूपात्मं कृष्ण प्रिय वरीयसी प्रेम भक्ति प्रदे देवी राधिके तुम नमामि हम। राधे वृंदावनादिशे करुणामृतवाहिनी कृपया निष्पाददास्यं मह्यं प्रदीयताम्। गोविंद नंदिनी राधा गोविंद मोहिनी गोविंद सर्वत्र सर्वकांता शिरो भजामि राधम अरविंद नेत्रम स्मरामि राधम मधुरास्मतास्यं वदामि राधम करुणावदाधम ततो ममन्यासि गतिन कापि। तवे वास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधिके त्वं नाशय मां शरणान्तिकम्। श्याम सुंदर शिखंड शेखर स्मर हास्य मूल्य मनोहर राधिका रसिक मां कृपा निधे सदेवी चरणन किंकिरम गुरु। Hmm. There is something called Chitra Jalpa. What is it called? Chitra Jalpa. Chitra Jalpa means speaking katash or sarcasm. You know. So Radharani is also doing some time Chitra Jalpa, and she's criticizing the ladies of Mathura. Actually, when we talk about Radharani, so I was just explaining today in my Bhagavatam class, when I was speaking the glories of Radharani, that Radharani, Krishna wanted to establish the Pradhanta of Radharani. For that, first what he did is, he got disappeared from the Rastali. Then he went to the Shingarvat. And then after going to the Shingarvat, he had very intimate and very alone time, one-on-one time with Radharani. And understanding the heart of Radharani, that she wanted each and every gopi, each and everybody to get the mercy of Krishna, the results of their penances and their austerities or whatever they have performed. So till then also all the gopis, they were kind of not able to understand what exactly Bhav Radharani had for Krishna. They understood one thing, that she must be special. That's why Krishna has special heart, special space, or special place for her. But when they saw Radharani suffering in separation from Krishna, that time they understood that we may have separation from Krishna, but even we don't have that kind of separation from Krishna. So the bhav of Radharani can be understood very nicely, very easily when we see her in separation from Krishna. And that's what exactly makes her different than anybody else. There are so many Brajajana, you know, who had cried for Krishna, who cried for Krishna, not who were crying for Krishna, or who are crying for Krishna, whatever. But we need to understand that their separation was there. Yashoda Maya had the separation, but that can be the perfect separation a mother can have from the child. Father was crying, that can be considered like the topmost degree of separation any father can have for the son, right? So every personality, they were crying for Krishna, maybe the cows. So then, we can consider that among all the cows in the universe, the cows of Vrindavan who were crying for the separation, who were crying in the separation from Krishna, that was the topmost. Why I'm telling you this? Because they may be perfected. They may be perfect. They were perfect in Shantaras, and they were like the Acharyas for Dasyaras, they were Acharya for Vatsalyaras and everybody. But the Acharya for Madhuri Ras is Radharani. And that separation could be seen only in Radharani. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned, Divi Bhuvi cha rasyam kaha striyas tad drupaha kapat ruchir has bhu virbhasya yah shru चरण रज उपस्थे यस्य भति वयम मोक्ष अपि च कृपण पक्षे ही उत्तम श्लोक शब्द ये 10th canto 47th chapter and 15th verse है. In heaven, on earth, or in the subterranean sphere, that women are unbelievable to him. He simply arches his eyebrows and smiles with deceptive charm, and they all become his. The supreme goddess herself worshipped the dust of his feet. So, what is our position in comparison? But at least those who are raised can chant his name, Uttam Shloka. So, actually, when Uddhava witnessing her madness in separation and kneeling at a distance, you know, that time his perception gets changed about Radharani. This verse contains speech known as Ujalpa. So, in Ujjwal Nilmani, it is described that the declaration of Hari's duplicitous nature in a mood of spite, born or pride, together with jealousy, spoken insults directed against him, has been termed Ujalpa by the wise. Ujalpa is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. How? Imaginative mad talks, known as Chitra Jalpa, can be divided into categories: Prajalpa, Parijalpa, Vijalpa, Ujalpa, Sanjalpa, Avjalpa, Abhijalpa, Ajalpa, Pratijalpa, and Sujalpa. So, out of these categories, there are no English equivalent for these difficult, like words. Jalpa. Jalpa means imaginary talk. But still, the names are given in Hindi only. So you have to compromise. So Radhika is the crest jewel of Krishna's beloveds, and she is now speaking Chitra Jalpa. Within Chitra Jalpa, she speaks Katash sarcasm, and she is criticizing the ladies of Mathura, sent by Krishna to Vrindavan from Mathura. Uddhav witnesses her madness in separation and kneeling at a distance. He thinks, how can Srimati Radhika blames Krishna so severely? We know that Krishna is always in sorrow and pain. chanting the name Radha, 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 Radha. He has sent me only to pacify his greed. Besides that, the Mathura ladies are very, very chaste. Actually, Uddhav was sent for two, three reasons. First reason why Uddhava was sent. First reason, it's Krishna's mercy. When Krishna wants his devotees to experience Braj Bhav, he sent them to Braj so that they can learn Braj Bhav from Brajvasis. This is one of the major reasons. One of the reasons. You know. Second thing, Krishna. The problem with Krishna is in material world. If we use this word, is not a very good word. But to understand, we sometimes we can use. Is like a nashedi. Nashedi matlab the one who always want to remain intoxicated in something. So nashedi means he doesn't want to compromise on what he's taking to get intoxicated. So Krishna does not like karma mishrit bhakti, dhyana mishrit bhakti or jnana mishrit bhakti. He doesn't like it at all. He wants only pure devotion and vishuddha sattva or vishuddha bhakti. This is a problem with Krishna. Once you are in love with Krishna and he is in love with you, he becomes an envious lover. You leave Krishna Bhakti and go and join somebody else. He will not spare you that easily. Huh? This is the beauty of our Krishna. And we are very fortunate to have Krishna in our life because we have an envious lover with us. In material world, people loves us because they want something from us. It's never a Vishuddha love, pure love. No, it's never like that. In this material world, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, maybe. I'm not sure. But you scratch mine, I'll scratch yours. Sometimes maybe not. Hai na? So why I'm telling you this? Because this is very important for us to understand. Krishna wanted Uddhav. Uddhav was very puffed up because of his knowledge and all. And he was like kind of, very knowledgeable person. All the knowledgeable people, they think that they can manipulate or they can brainwash anyone. It's very common. Who speaks a lot? Intelligent man, so-called intelligent man speaks a lot. The man who's dumb will not speak. A man who's really, really intelligent, he would also not speak. कहते ना अध भरी घघरी छलकत जाए. Half vessel make much noise. So he knew that when he saw Krishna is all the time keeping his door locked and his window is open and is looking at Vrindavan and crying continuously. When he's sleeping, he's all the time saying Radha, 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 Radha. कभी कोई आवाज, if anybody is making a sound, he's saying, हाँ भैया, I'm coming. Remembering his mother, friends. He's calling, everybody by name. Hey, Sudam. Oh, sorry. What's your name? Then he's like, because he's completely intoxicated in the separation from Braj. And seeing that, first Uddhav tried to pacify him. Relax, brother. Then he said, no, 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 no. You're very knowledgeable. No? Go and teach my Brajvasis and tell them that I'll come back soon. And the third major reason was that every gopi, every sakha, every family, parents, every Dogri, matlab old gopis, old gopas, every cows, creepers, trees, everybody had someone to cry with in separation from Krishna. But Krishna had no one to cry with. He thought if Uddhav will go there, understand the bhav of the Brajvasis, maybe his heart will become softer, filled with love. And when he will come back, I can cry with him. And he will understand me. Why am I crying? So, Srimati Radhika continued as if addressing Uddhav's doubt. Why am I criticizing? When, Uddhav comes and says, why are you criticizing him? How can you criticize him? It's all the time in separation. And then Radharani says, why am I criticizing? Yes, I agree that Mathura ladies are chaste. At the same time, we know that Krishna can easily get any girl in the heaven, earth, subterranean, heavenly planets. All are completely attracted by his beauty, smile, and dancing eyebrows. Any chaste lady will become an innocent victim of his duplicity, kapat, and fall into his trap and be easily available to him. Even the birds and other animals change their nature when they see him. It's written in Bhagavatam, seeing your face encircled by curling locks of hair, your cheeks beautified by earrings, your lips full of nectar, and your smiling glance, and also seeing you two imposing hands, which takes away our fear, and your chest, which is like the only source of pleasure for the goddess of fortune, we must become your maid servant. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned 29th chapter. So seeing your curly locks and glance, and also your two imposing arms, we lose all fear and become your maid servant. We take maintenance from others, but give all our we give all our love to you, though you never give us money. It is not surprising that the chaste ladies reverse their nature because of Krishna. All living beings do so. The trees and and their wives, the creepers and their children, the leaves and flowers all become him as all family members becomes a sadhu. Even the birds and the peacock becomes stunned and forget to speak. They close their eyes like munis, sit in the trees and reverse their nature. We didn't want to see him, but we forcibly showed himself to us. He forcibly showed himself to us. And now we are lost. We have lost everything. We've lost all our fear of our Guru Jana superiors. And we also lost our shyness. We see that even Lakshmi, who lives in the heart of Narayan, become attracted, and when she saw Krishna's beautiful face, she left Narayan and came to Braj. Still now she is performing severe austerities at Belvan to enter in the Rasa dance. This is all due to his beauty. When he is playing the flute, the calves are drinking milk, and immediately they get stern, and neither they are able to take the milk inside, nor they are able to suck the milk. Cows are stunned. They're not able to eat anything. They even forget about everybody. And they're just like stunned. Like we play statue, tuck, statue. Prema is like a golden pot filled with poison, with a thin layer of very good milk on the top. Krishna has unparalleled beauty, Aishwarya and Madhurya. He is in fact the treasury of all three, and his beauty can drown the universe and attract all, including himself. When he saw his own beauty in a jeweled reflection, he wanted to embrace himself as Radharani does. You know. Krishna is famous as Uttam Shloka, one who gives mercy to the destitute. But do you see that Krishna has this quality? No. He's very cruel, deceitful, and dishonest. No one in the world is like him. At this time, hearing Radhika speaks, Uddhava thought, what is she saying? Krishna create and destroy the world. She's so severely criticizing him. Uddhava had only come to this reason to hear Srimati Radhika and the other gopis speak in the madness of loving separation. Krishna doesn't care for the stavas or stutis, the equivalent prayers of the sages and demigods sung in awe and reverence for his greatness. He is not even fully controlled by Mother Yashoda and the Sakhas, for even they cannot criticize Krishna like this. However, Krishna is so pleased to come in the form of bee just to hear this abuse. This is the thought Uddhava has. Nobody in this world can say Krishna like this. And it's like more like a Chandravali Bhav. I explained you yesterday. Dakshina Bhav and Vamya Bhav. What is Dakshina Bhav? Dakshina Bhav is like, submissive attitude, submission. Okay. Both are sweet, huh? And the comparison was made to the ghee. Grit, another is madhu, right? The grit ghee is very tender, very tasty, very nice, but it's not sweet. But Vamya Bhav, which Radharani and Ashtasakis they have, they chastise Krishna, they fight with him, they abuse him sometimes, you know. They even kind of punish him. We read the story in how in Prasanna, Krishna was like breaking the pots. All the time gopis were losing their milk and yogurt and everything. And one day they wanted to give him a good lesson. So they caught him. They caught him. And what they did? They tied him with a tree. And they made him wear female dress. And then they put, different, like milk, first pots of milk, on his head. And he said, and said, walk like a gopi or something like this, And then, the gopis, they started breaking the pots on him. So, in another way, gopis were actually trying to do the Abhishek of Krishna. Do they, with that. In fact, in Braj, there's so many places where Panchamrit Abhishek is not done. They just bathe Lord with the milk. And in between, they put a lot of sweets, like a lot of bura on Krishna, and then milk, 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 milk. Some places they just bathe Krishna with milk. Maybe 500 liters of milk, 10,000 liters of milk like that. 5,000 liters of milk like that. The 20 liters of milk is very difficult to manage. So what I'm saying is that Krishna is independent. We all say that Krishna is actually in the control of Radharani. Krishna is definitely on the prem, on the stage. When we talk about bhav, on the stage of bhav, we can say Krishna is in control of Radharani. But another fact we cannot change is that Krishna is independent. And he's so independent that nobody can stop him to do what he wants to do. Like every gopi wanted him to stay back, but he left. Krishna is a supreme being, but when we try to understand Krishna in this way, we are actually not meditating on Krishna, who is Yashodananda Krishna. We are actually meditating on Devaki Nandan Krishna, or Mathura Krishna, or Dwarka Krishna, Dwarka Nath Krishna. So we need to understand, this is very important. Uddhava is in doubt why these gopis are like, saying all these things to Krishna. I've heard Yashoda Maiya and Sakar, for even they can't criticize Krishna like this. Radharani says, why do we abuse him? Because it was for him and we lost everything. It was for him that we lost everything. We lost family. We lost the advantages attained by our dynasties. We lost our image. We've lost, you know, prestige in this world and in Paraloka, heaven. And instead, we are going to hell because we loved Krishna as our paramour. We lost all spiritual and material things. It is not, therefore, not possible for him to be Uttam Shloka. Lord Brahma cannot imagine this. He said that you are Uttam Shloka, but no, he cannot understand. What he knows, nothing. This is called Ujalpa. You know? And it consists of slander or false accusation and a shunya, jealous pride. So this is what Radharani's separation from Krishna. If we want to understand from Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see in Brahmana Gita that how Radharani and all the gopis they are feeling separation from Krishna. So this is what exactly I wanted to tell you today, that Radharani and her letter, or her love for Krishna is so intense that cannot be understood by any ordinary person. That's the reason, my Guru Maharaj was like, mentioning very beautiful thing. He said, in million and trillions, only one wants to become a devotee. Sorry, one wants to become pious person. Out of so many pious people, only one wants to surrender to Vishnu. And people who have surrendered to Krishna, Vishnu, out of so many million and trillions, only one gets attracted towards the Nrsimhadev or Varahadev, like that. And out of those people, million and million of those people, only one fortunate soul, he actually wants to understand Krishna. Out of million and billion of people, who are like who wants to understand Krishna, only one person wants to understand Krishna in Braj. And out of so many people who want to understand Krishna in Braj, only one out of them wants to understand the tattva of Radharani. And people who are trying to understand the tattva of Radharani, out of thousands and thousands of people, only one or two or very few, you know, very few souls they actually wants to become the maid servant of Radharani. So this is the beauty of Krishna. बहुनाम जन्मनाम अन्ते ज्ञानवान प्रबद्धते वासुदेव सर्वमिति सर्वमात्मम सुदुर्लभा. This is only till the understanding of Vasudeva. But understanding Krishna is not that easy. Gopi's feeling of separation, and in the entire in the entire world, in entire Braj, also. There's only one place which is a place of separation. Otherwise, everywhere Radha Krishna they met and they have enjoyed. There's only one place which is the place of separation. Does anybody know what is that place? The place of Vipralamba Bhav? Lalit, do you know? Chitra, you know?
विप्रलंब भाव ना प्रभुजी.
Yeah, yeah,
It is mood of separation.
yeah. So where exactly the place is? Like, what is the past tense place?
Yes, Prabhu, Prem Sarovar.
No,
नो जगन्नाथपुरी विप्रलंब भाव ना.
Oh,
no. In Braj I'm talking about.
अच्छा ब्रज. ब्रज में विप्रलंब भाव.
Malago, you are my student. You don't know.
oh, Uddhav Kyara.
Exactly, Uddhav Kyari.
उद्धव के.
There's only one place that is called Uddhav Kyari, is a place of Vipralamba Bhav in the entire Braj. Rest everything is actually the place where the glorification of Krishna and his meeting with Radharani is there.
So प्रभु प्रेम सरोवर में भी वो हुआ था ना, आपने जो कहा था कि राधा रानी.
They were together. मैंने बोला there's only one place where they never met together, but they
Oh yes.
yeah,
Oh yes.
where in Braj they met, and they had some sort of vilas or something,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But only Uddhav Kyari is a place which is a place of Vipralamba Bhav, filled with the gopis' mood, So much of separation gopis are facing. And Uddhav is like kind of, getting, you know. So we need to understand, unless we understand the separation of Radharani, we cannot understand the supremacy of Radharani, because we will think that she is like an ordinary or any other devotee of Krishna. What is so special about Radharani? Srimati Radharani can be only understood if we understand her separation from Krishna. But she had never smiled after Krishna left Braj. Along with her, none of the gopi ever smiled. That's why, in the entire world, in this entire world, the love of Radharani is supreme. And the love of the gopis is supreme. Krishna has already mentioned that. So we are very fortunate that we got to hear all this, and we are very happy that we have celebrated Radha Ashmi today. Very fortunate also. Radharani, we know so many pastimes of Radharani. Everybody, every time, chanting, and everybody knows, and we know the glories of Radharani. But this is the most important thing is that we have to get, the mercy of Radharani, and the mercy of Radharani is only possible while, when we actually change our prayers, and our prayer should be only one. That is to ask for her dasastva, to ask for her servantship. That I want to become your servant. So I'll just pray to Radharani today that Radharani should bless all of us so that we can actually become, we can actually become intoxicated in love for Radharani and Krishna definitely. And we should always and always pray on such an auspicious day that Radharani should give us the place in, like I said in that last, prayers to Srimati Radhika, when we were chanting, remember that Gandharva Ashtakam jo tha, है ना?
Yes, Prabhu.
What was the prayer? Remember the prayer?
Oh, I don't remember, but I know the Ashtakam.
Yeah, Gandharva some Prarthana Ashtakam.
Sampattaskaram by Rupa Goswami.
That is like, Gandharvi ke, after you bestow your mercy on this fool, count him amongst your own people. Gandharvi ke nij gane gananam videhi. Okay, this should be our goal of life. Asya prasadam avadasya janasya kritva gandharvi ke nij gane gananam videhi. So let's pray to Radharani. अनंत कोटि विष्णु लोक नर्म पद्म जाचिते हिमाद्रि ज पुलोम ज विरीच ज वर प्रदे अपार सिद्धि रिद्धि दिग्ध सतपदोली निरखे कदा करिष्य श्री हम कृपा कटाक्ष भाजनम महेश्वरी क्रियेश्वरी स्वदेश्वरी सुरेश्वरी त्रिवेद भातुषेश्वरी प्रमाण शासनेश्वरी रमेश्वरी क्षमेश्वरी प्रमोद कारणेश्वरी व्रजेश्वरी व्रजादिते श्रीराधिके नमोस्तुते व्रजेश्वरी व्रजादिपे श्रीराधिके नमोस्तुते. That's all was the class for today. I don't know. I have not prepared what we can speak about Radharani. Because Radharani, we are not very, I mean, I am not very qualified to speak about Radharani. But as I said, whatever I have heard from Guru Varga and whatever I have heard from Mukundata Prabhuji and whatever I have studied, so we are just praying. And we are just speaking the same thing and sharing with all of you. Vanchakalpatrubhesha Kripa Sindhu Bhavevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Any comment you want to make?
No, Prabhu, no comment. It's a beautiful class today.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Your Chitra Sakhi, you're with Radharani in Mayapur. She's one of our second most beautiful Radharani after
Yes,
Vrindavan.
looking so beautiful.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. Tab to Kanchan Gaurangi.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, all Ashtasakis are so beautiful.
Yes.
Can't describe it. So beautiful.
Yes. Please pay obeisances on behalf of us to all of them,
Please
Vanchakal-
pray for me. Please pray for me. मुझे शुद्ध रसिक संतों का संग मिल जाए.
अबे तुम तो अल्टीमेट गोल मांग रही है लाइफ का. This is the goal of life. To get the
Because ये मिलने के बाद बाकी सब कुछ अपने आप मिल जाएगा.
exactly. Once you get this, you don't need anything. Actually, one very nice example given in in Mahabharata that Dhritarashtra was very attached to Vidur. And Vidur, like, kind of like, when like the whole this gambling thing happened and Pandavas they lost everything and then accrued. I mean, like, then this Vidurji was telling him that you did not do the right thing today. You should have not supported your son. You are just becoming blind in love of your son and this, that, this, that, this, that. And he said, like, you're envious of my son and you're envious of me. Just get lost. Get away from my place. I don't want to see you. I don't want to meet you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see your face. You're an envious person. You're always in favor of Pandavas. And you're like, a big kind of, disciple of Krishna. So I understand very well that you're not you're biased, you know. So you are not the right person. Get lost. Then Akrurji, sorry, Vidurji left. And when Vidurji left, when Vidurji left, Dhritarashtra started feeling separation from Vidur. He then said, "Oh, where have you gone? Where has he gone? Is this, is that? I know I was very angry. I got angry with him. I was on his case, this, that. I want to meet him. You know, he left. I'm not able to live without him." Well, he was the only friend or brother he had, you know. So immediately they said he must have gone to the Pandavas. So, you know, they came to Kamyavan and they found him here and they took him back. So when they took him back, it is mentioned in the book, in the scriptures, that later on, when the entire fight happened, Mahabharata happened, all the sons of Kauravas and they died. So many people they've died, you know, in that war. So after the death of all those people, Dhritarashtra was still staying with Pandavas. So that time, Vidur came and said, "Ki shame on you. You never supported these boys, and then no, you're still staying in their house. Anyways, they never had anything for you in their heart, so it is absolutely okay, no problem. However, this is the time for you because since you lost everything, this is a time for you to go to the jungle and do some penance and attain the lotus feet of the Lord." So the acharyas they say Dhritarashtra was a very sinful person in one way because he was always supporting, you know, his son. And like, you know, in fact, his son was envious to Krishna, envious to his devotees, which is a kind of Vaishnava Aparadh. So, you know, if you are not committing any Vaishnava Aparadh, but if you're supporting a Vaishnava Aparadh, you get the results of that Vaishnava Aparadh. Like, you know, we know Uttanpad, like, you know, the father of Dhruva. When Dhruva was chased away from his lap, when his mother said, "You cannot sit on the lap of him." Dhruva Maharaj didn't look at his stepmother, he looked at his father. And father did not say a word, he didn't utter a word. When you are seeing the injustices happening and you're not speaking a word, you're actually participating in that, you know. And then as soon as he became a devotee, his father died when he attained Krishna. So let's go back to this Dhrita story. So Acharya Gandhi say, even if you are sinful, you are an offender, you are like, you know, but if you have got some Sukriti, you know, some Sukriti, then you get at least one Mahapurush in your life. And despite being surrounded by so many foolish people or stupid people, still that Mahapurush can deliver you. So Chitra, this is the best thing. If you get one Mahabhagavat in your life becomes successful. This is the most important thing. And that's why uh, Narottam Das Thakur, he is always feeling separation from the Vaishnavas. Kaha mora bhatta juga, kaha kabira, you know. Again, Pashane kuttibo mara, anele pravisha. I just feel like, you know, breaking my head on the stone. I just feel like entering into the fire. If by dying I can get the association of these associates of Mahaprabhu. So this separation which Narottam Das Thakur had or is showing in his writings, that is actually the real separation from the Vaishnavas. Normally, a pure devotee or a real devotee is not feeling much separation from Krishna, but he's always feeling separation from the Vaishnavas. But he knows that Vaishnavas can deliver him from any situation. So Vaishnava association is the most essential and most important thing. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpadruvesya kripa sindhu Patitanam Pavane Vaishnava Namo.
Hare
Anand
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Prabhu.
so there's a question, Prabhu.
Yeah, bro.
Uh, yeah, Divyanand, if you wanted.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
The question I have is that I don't know. From past couple of days, I am again quoting Instagram, but in Instagram I've seen so many reels where they say that the Kali and Krishna is the same, and then they are saying about all the things and the scriptures and all that. So, what are your opinion regarding that?
Well,
That
I've
they are
not,
saying that,
I've not
yeah.
seen even a single, I didn't come across any of this such kind of reel.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you
Mm-hmm.
can send it to me, I'll check.
Oh,
But you
okay.
know, everything comes from Krishna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something which doesn't come from Krishna, Radharani comes from Krishna. And like,
Mm-hmm.
his Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tasasya Shakti, right?
Yeah.
Antaranga Shakti is Radharani,
Mm-hmm.
Bahiranga Shakti is this Yogamaya or Mahamaya.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tasasya is Jiva. So this
Mm-hmm.
Yogamaya has expansion, and actually in another way, Radharani expands herself into all this, Lakshmi and Durga and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
somewhere it is mentioned that, it's Kali and all this, like, somewhere it is mentioned that it is the Bahiranga Shakti of Krishna. So they are all
Oh.
Shakti of Krishna, expansion of Krishna. But they cannot be in one way Krishna. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I've not seen, I've never come across such reel. But my opinion is simple. Since everything is from Krishna, then people
Mm-hmm.
can claim that this is Krishna. Not like this.
Okay. Okay. If I found it, I will share it to you then.
Yeah,
Thank you,
please.
bro.
Yes, DND, do not disturb. Remain Okay, DND.
Prabhu, that's a great acronym.
Hare Krishna. Any other question? No, right?
No problem. Prabhu, one question from my side regarding deity worship. Oh,
Uh,
we have Javadu powder. So can we use it to mix it with camphor and then sandalwood and apply it on Shaligram?
Javadu Poro?
Yes, Prabhu. That's like I'll share you a photo of that.
Uh-huh.
That's I don't know. You probably know it.
No, this is a kind of attar, no? Javadu
Uh,
is like it's like a powder, right? Like it's like we use it for puja, right? But you want to put
yes,
it
Prabhu.
to decorate the Lord or you want to massage him with that?
To decorate the Lord with it.
Huh? You can use it, but if you have chandan already, then why do you want to mix it with anything else? But it's okay. Javadu is also like, we use Javadu powder also in our puja. Sometimes we use Ashtagandha also to decorate the Shaligram or Giriraj.
Okay.
Yeah,
But but Prabhu, that the powder is not ingestible, right? Like when
this is
you
actually made of chandan only, no?
to Javadu.
Javadu is actually made of chandan oil.
Okay.
Ah. Actually, chandan powder and chandan oil is mixed together. That's what I've heard. I'm not sure.
Okay, Prabhu.
But ये नहीं पता ना कि the Javadu powder you have is of a good quality or not.
I bought it from that Jain Derasar store where they use only pure stuff.
Then ठीक है ना, then it's okay. Then you can do it. Sometime, is it summer there or winter there in your Canada?
It is between summer and winter, I would say. 10 degrees in the morning, 25 in the afternoon, and then it drops back again in the
So what
night.
you can do, you can buy maybe one small bottle of almond oil and
Okay.
you do half of almond oil. Okay.
Okay.
In one of the almond oil, you can put some saffron, and
Hmm.
another one you can put some camphor.
Okay.
When it is summer, you can use the camphor oil, matlab almond oil with the camphor and massage. And
Hmm.
when it's still winter, then you can use the saffron almond oil.
Okay. Perfect, Prabhu. I'll use that.
This is the best thing. And Javadu powder and all this is made of chandan, but chandan, we don't know whether it is pure or not nowadays. So what you can do, suppose if you have a tulsi marani and tulsi marani gets dry, you can break the stick of tulsi, the moti wali moti, the thick of moti wali jo
Yeah.
tulsi,
Yeah.
the stem of tulsi. You can actually grind that. You can make a paste of that on the stone, and you can put a little bit of camphor and you can put that on the Lord. Lord says that in Padma Puran or some of the Puran, I'm not sure about the Puran, maybe it's Padma Puran, that people who offer Tulsi Chandan, not the Chandan with the Tulsi, but Tulsi Chandan on me, I never leave that devotee.
Yeah,
So,
Prabhu. But what
whatever,
we do
huh?
is like I have dried tulsi sticks which are very thick.
Yeah.
So when we try to decorate the shaligram, we use the chandan paste and we decorate it with that
No, what I'm
tulsi
saying
stick.
is this, the stem of the Tulsi,
Yes.
which is not very thin but very thick, mota,
Yes.
break it, and then you grind that on the stone rather than grinding the chandan.
Hmm.
And of course, you can grind chandan and you can apply on the Lord and decorate the Lord with the chandan. But to put on the body of the shaligram, you can use that particular chandan which is coming out of tulsi stick.
Hmm.
You offer that to the Lord, it is also very good.
Yes, Hari Chandan, right?
No, it is like tulsi chandan.
Okay.
It's tulsi, the powder coming from tulsi stick, right?
Yes. So, what is Hari Chandan then?
हरी का चंदन लाल मिर्च
No,
हरी की होती है
no, Prabhu. मैंने सुना है कि like Hari Chandan is the chandan that you rub from the tulsi stem dried. That
हाँ
is also called Hari Chandan.
अब तो यू कैन से हरी चंदन यू कैन से कृष्ण चंदन यू कैन से तुलसी चंदन नेम
Yes,
ओनली
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
राइट
No, प्रभु ये जो लाइक हमारे पास स्टोन नहीं है, सो छोटा वाला मिला ही नहीं हमको इंडिया में। तो अब नेक्स्ट टाइम आएंगे तो वो स्टोन लेके ही आना है, छोटा सा, मतलब चंदन घिसने के लिए है ही नहीं।
एग्जैक्टली यू शुड हैव 2 3 यू नो थिंग्स लाइक दैट
यस प्रभु। ओके प्रभु।
वांछा कृपा सिंधु पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव